Oh, that's a Lina carry, and you're Sumail, Keeper of the Light.
Yeah. Could be Earthshaker mid too, unless he picked it already.
No, you already
Yes,
picked
it.
it.
Okay.
Bait GH in, and they will catch him if they want to.
The chicken fingers, but it's a bait. The LSA hits 2. Ghost comes from the south. Yeah, they want Miero. They don't want save. Hoof Stomp is there. The Hawk being very annoying. Ooh, not going to hit for Sumail, but Miero. Oh, can he still get away here? Centaur Stomp in 3 seconds. That should spell his
3,
doom.
2,
And Ghost
1.
will try to take it, and Noob will snatch it away.
Yeah. I don't think we will see a single time this patch, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that people
most
do it the other way
likely.
around. Just
Yep,
never.
got the Omi.
Noob's dead.
Oh, they both die.
Trade off, though. Not too bad for...
Yeah, I look for it every game now, SyndereN, because we've been seeing it. You have to hold that thought. It's a very important one. Shackle onto Ghost. Cold Feet will activate, but Miero can take an LSA. I think they should be able to chase down Ghost. A big kill.
They'll get both.
For BetBoom. GH. That Hawk is quite annoying to deal with. Double kill for Miero, and this lane just got...
Which I think is one of the better counters to Caudle, actually. Has very long range, and Caudle does not like to be displaced. He's very much about free movement in the fight.
Oh, the Shackle is going to set Miero up again. Ghost, though, gets the Dragon Slave off. They will trade lives, but Miero gets the better of the exchange because of the XP. Glad to see Bane played consistently.
One of my all-time favorites. It's
Very
really
cool
fun
hero. Fissure block off.
Get a nice Nightmare off here.
Kata Omi.
He can.
Yep, dodges.
Nope.
No, he does not. It looked like he did.
But
he might actually live here with GPK's help. The X mark, but no, Yamich finishes the job. The boat comes in. Meanwhile, Ghost dies again in the top lane. BetBoom just having their way with this lane overall. Sumail TP's in. Takes a lot of damage from the
he needs
tomato.
to not die to this.
Sumail.
Okay, all right.
And gets the heal from the Illuminate. Miero, Solar Bound.
Your boar.
As save. And now that Solar Bind is down, that's actually a pretty dirty combo. He will.
Ghost is already dead if he gets Nightmare. Nice movement.
Okay, Kataomi circles. 360s. Ghost is shown. Slowed down by the boar now.
X.
And GPK X marks. This is going to be another death for Ghost. Number 4.
This is what you do against Carry Lina. You take advantage of her being frail in lane and you just dive her nonstop when you can. Also, Sumail,
this is... up on the other side. Yeah, they do find the Primal Roar in the end. The boat hits onto Sumail as well. Stampede does not save his life. The Brain Sap from afar. Oh, yeah, that is pretty much right away. Kataomi, though, oh boy. Nightmare setup.
No
grip yet. But more TPs coming. And
that is not great. They stacked their spells. Now maybe he can find a Stampede.
He's dead. No. He is dead.
Not quite. Yeah.
Ghost, you know, gonna try to turn this around to Miero. That is a much needed kill for NGX. I mean, he's farmed a lot as well. As Noob, Boat is coming for him, so the Blink Dagger is gonna have to wait just a little bit. He gets the Hoof Stomp on with the AA Blast hitting a couple of heroes. BetBoom now on the retreat. Solar Bind onto GPK. But the Hex into the Serpent Wards from save, and a Stone Gaze to follow. Sumail is dead. Double kill for
they got the Petrify too onto Yamich. They might be able to get more now.
Yamich.
If they could reach the grip. He's fast. Decent variety on the facets on this hero.
Yep,
sometimes the big ward, sometimes
gets hexed. Fissure is coming. It's not going to help though.
Finally gets the 6
Doesn't
now.
look like they're going to stick around too much as Kataomi. Nightmare find. Has the grip, as he talked about. Miero's going to show up as well. Noob doesn't have anything to work with. Big kill onto Sumail again.
To very comfortably bring home, unless...
Yeah, they need this desperately. Hoof Stomp into the Echo Slam. That will be enough. A huge kill for NGX. Meanwhile, the Triceratops survives, of course, as Sumail stuck inside the Serpent Wards again, so it's still going to cost them 2, and maybe even a 3rd. Hoof Stomp, the only spell left for Noob. Won't even get to use it.
SUNSfan doesn't have the same level of expectations. Ghost will be caught by the ward, just placed by save.
Oh, he does get behind the trees. Chicken Fingers helping out, but a triple TP surprise is coming. Laguna Blade not going to finish off the Rasta. The Lina does, well, yeah, he does fall in the end. Echo Slam comes out
He has
on
Aegis.
Kiritich with the newly picked up Aegis of Immortality. Yamich falls 1 for 2. Ghost will show on the wave.
Smart.
X to start. Torrent connects. Tidebringer as well. He's already at half
into
HP.
the
The boat's coming. It does not hit him thanks to the Stampede, but the grip onto the AA instantly canceled by Noob, and the Bane dies first. A good start for NGX. Stone Gaze comes out though, as Noob can't pursue GPK any further. Now a Butterfly online for Kiritich. He's going to add insult to injury. As GPK can't really participate in this fight any longer. We'll have to Yules to stay alive. As save, getting pretty damn low as well. So NGX getting 2 supports here. The Echo Slam actually stops the TP. Laguna Blade applied as well, and just like that, it's a 3 for nothing.
Ship, but the Stampede is able to create the distance. This would have worked if Stampede was not in the game, but you obviously got to account for that. Oh, Kataomi.
Yeah, each random Nightmare, and it's going to cost him his life. All right.
Well, okay.
Nope. Nice find on the Rasta on the high ground. Gorgon's Grasp will keep him in place for the time being. Lotus is off though. Miero doesn't want to Primal Roar with the Lotus there. Finally uses it, but now the Force Staff's keeping the Centaur relatively safe, and he stampedes away. X back into the Torrent though. The boat only going to hit Yamich. GPK already popped his BKB. They will find the Earthshaker, so 1 for 1.
I would like to fight because I am the strongest hero on the map by a factor of 2. Save, looking for a catch, but
the invasion. They get the Serpent Wards down, and wow, that was an Ancient Apparition, but no longer. Ross is going to be the trade. Noob with the Lotus gets off the Stampede, and the Force Staff is actually fine. The Crimson Guard providing a lot of damage mitigation as well.
Well, it's because Nigma just run away. So they're not really utilizing the net worth.
Oh, this could be a really juicy Echo Slam for Yamich. GPK X's himself. Gets the Torrent off onto Noob. LSA is not going to hit thanks to the GPK BKB. As Noob trying to get away onto this high ground. Arrow jumps in. Does have his Roar at the ready. Looking for Ghost potentially. Stone Gaze goes off. A nice fissure blocking them off though. Ice Blast is going to hit one. Eventually the Centaur does fall. And a long range Shackle and Fiend's Grip combined onto the Lina. Ghost. X was attempted as Yamish comes in with the Echo Slam onto 2. The Nightmare's going to save the Medusa. Actually, she doesn't really need saving. She's super tanky, believe it or not. The Roar finally comes out onto the Lina. Ghost is dead for 70. Ultra kill for Kiritich. He has finally arrived.
Oh no.
They finally tried to kill him, and he just kills them in turn. GPK.
Oh
boy.
That's a good find. And he knows he's alone.
Nightmare into grip. TP is coming on the tier 2. AA Blast does come out onto the Bane, who will glimmer. And now the rest of the reinforcements arrive. Noob is food. Horse for dinner.
Gotta be on the lookout if you're Nigma Galaxy here. Heritage.
Hoof Stomp is there. Serpent Ward's placed as well, along with the Will-O-Wisp. Just a whole lot of garbage right here on the front doorsteps of NGX's base. They actually do get through all the mana of Kiritich. Of course, they're going to have to do that twice. GPK. Oh, he might be getting his first death of the game. I just had to say something.
What?
Kiyotaka is alive again here.
Miro didn't get the Roar off, now he will.
He finally does onto Sumail, but the cart to save the old man and the horse. It's a double horse surprise for Noob. Will it matter, though, is the real question. Noob goes to the high ground. Good attempt at the save with the Nightmare, but does still have grip to work with. And horse number 1 getting really low. Yamich, it's off the Echo Slam, but now in retreat mode with that Crimson Guard activated. The horses are surviving. The old man and the horse not looking so good. The Triceratops is biting his ass as Yamich will go down eventually. Laguna Blade does literally nothing to Kiritich. And they will turn this around onto an easy kill for Ghost. That's a dieback. Kiritich kind of wants to die here. Sumail and the horse will be down and out. As AA looks to be next on the list. Buyback from Sumail. It's a 1 versus 5. And we know NGX does not like to call GG,
So they call GG.
so they will.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
They don't like to, but sometimes you've got to.
Yeah, this was a bit stompy. Not gonna lie, guys.
Loving that bait from GPK there. Runs too deep into the enemy base, dies, and it inspires fake confidence in Nigma Galaxy that they can win a 5v4 outside their own base. They start chasing.
We got the bear.
So you just
Off-lane Omni, mid-tiny, carry Ursa.
That is biased.
Yeah, true.
So
The funny okay, not to get off on a Kataomi will actually burn down.
yeah, told you this axe is insane.
Straight up say what, it's on my mind. I think casters in general are less biased than literally everybody else. Like, seriously. As
Big
Flame
damage
Break.
onto Kiritich.
All right, and the Berserker's call onto Kiritich. He's going to turn this around onto the Bat Rider, though. Yamich is dead, but can Noob get the valuable kill? No, Yamich will from the grave. Take another sip of my tea here. As Ghost in a lot of trouble under the tier 1. Out of mana. And Miero, he's going to get the Lotus. Oh my god, he's actually getting so much mana back. But
How many mangoes do boys have?
And now he's completely out as the whip almost deletes him outright. Miero kills him off. And GH is next. This is very good news for BetBoom.
Oh, they lose a...
Unstunned, you just get the status resist and damage reduction, right?
Yeah.
With Ags on Ursa. Okay.
Should work that way, I
Double
think.
check
Kiritich
Synder.
getting
Yeah,
cooked.
he is done. Yamich is just destroying this game. Or at least this lane.
Oh, now he got
Gonna
frozen.
get stunned
he has
by
Lotus.
Real quick.
It's a slow and insidious killer, I've heard.
Nope.
Have you ever played Darkest Dungeon?
You've already asked me this.
Yeah, I know, but it was a
Flame
reference
break.
to that again. Noob.
Into the Berserker's call again. The
he's
creeps are
level
going to come
6.
help with the counter helix.
Give him the
Continuing on. Choppity chop for Noob. God, I love Axe.
Me too.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Damn.
Now you're biased for Axe? Boy, pick a side, SyndereN.
I love Dota.
Miero, uh-oh. Triple team now.
Yes,
Ghost
repel.
was baiting him a bit.
They were hoping he didn't have repel. It's one of those moments where, well, if he hasn't used it in lane yet, Sumail might think he's 2-0-3 build.
He's got the haste, though, as Kataomi run down by Yamich, continuing to just destroy this bottom lane. Gorgon's grasp upon Miero will survive the day. Meanwhile, Sumail versus Box. Now Miero comes to play. Whip is there. Save. Gonna get pretty low, but the purification comes out eventually, and Sumail is in a lot of trouble. Ends up dying. That is pretty disastrous for him. As GH comes in with a very casual purifying flames. We'll TP out.
But
Yeah, true.
not hit during Fate's Edict. GPK will connect on Ghost.
Yeah, Ghost
Yes.
does get the Gorgon's grasp, but you can see the purification alone. Woo! And a tree from afar.
If that lane had gone according to that, then they would be in a really big trouble already.
Knight's Fate's Edict. Preventing a ton of damage from coming out. Yamich looks like he might live through the day, but Noob comes in, deletes save from the face of the earth. Making his way over, and Ghost does not have Stone Gaze. Bottom lane, Kiritich can be a bit of trouble as well, but look at that damage onto Ghost. Actually just gets insta-gibbed. Meanwhile, Enrage is forced onto Kiritich in the bot lane. GH will eventually fall to the 4-man gank. Kiritich running around as this bear, trying to find something. Yamich will be his meal.
This
Good turnaround.
cannot be good for Nigma Galaxy.
Nope. Gonna get the call off.
Blade Mill on
Not
cooldown.
gonna be particularly effective without more creeps, and he's just gonna TP out on the bear.
Actually fine. Nigma Galaxy got nothing there.
Wow.
They lost 3 and almost a top tower for no benefit. Well, Kataomi will be nice and TP bottom and
Like, here, guys, you can take me instead.
Yeah, that's your real voice, of course.
Starting to exit, though, GPK. Oh, nice flame break, but the toss is there. And, oh, the bear's gonna die here to the blade mail first. Oh, my God. The axe does fall eventually as the rest of NGX have shown up with Ghost at the ready. Gets the Gorgon's grasp onto the great punching kobold. Going to the north, and that is the wrong way home. But the TP, not successful. Enough damage from NGX.
Wow. That is...
And Sumail and company are not done yet. Miero gets caught in the torrent. Flame break from the other side. Yeah, it looks like they're out of steam now.
But he just wants to get that reliable read.
GPK, the recipient of the blink reveal, gets lassoed into a call. A big AA blast is coming,
Oh, he
though.
doesn't
GPK is
die.
actually going to survive.
Oh, this is bad
Save
for Nigma.
with the World of Warcraft spell onto Sumail. He's false promised at the moment. Only a talisman away from the Radiance. It's not going to be a crazy timing, but this is off lane, so.
Goes.
Avalanche, toss. Does he have mana for Stone Gaze?
No.
Pops the wand, not enough.
That's an importantly missed dart.
Gonna get the Gorgon's Grasp. Barely does anything, and he's gonna get chased down eventually.
Here comes
Kirikit
X!
takes out Yamish, but Noob with the blink and the blade mail. The box to save. As he will get punched to the ground. So Ghost survives.
Oh.
That's huge for NGX.
That is such a costly impalement arts to miss. That would have been a kill on Medusa, but
And now
save missed
GPK
it.
too greedy. Torrent. There's another call for the road for Noob. Looking for the choppity chop.
His cooldown.
Still looking for it.
Yep,
They provide good games, SyndereN.
that is true.
Got the Omi, spotted out, gets an Ice Blast onto Yamich. Noob is going to come in with the call, though. And the chop
How many stacks is that?
Yep. On Sorla Khan's. Wait, they related or not?
Nice
I can't
catch.
remember. The call onto the bear, into the lasso. Oh, the chop misses. Kirich gets off his ult.
This is spicy
Purifying
now.
Flames starting to heal him up. GPK coming in, gets the toss back onto the bear. He's going to get destroyed. That's one down. Sumail does get false promised and will scurry away. So somehow, Kiritich lives. The rest of NGX will get away safely. Radiance now online from Miero.
With Octarine Core, that can help you. Oh, he got Enrage off that time.
Yes, he did. And now the bear is very angry. Wheel of Wonder, Avatos. Noob will eventually drop. Kirtix actually has to blow his blink dagger. So that means the X will hit, but there's not going to be follow from NGX now that they're...
Feels like a much better item to have on Medusa than MKB, but if you need to buy it, you will.
So, GPK into the call. Blade Mill as well. Miero is here, though. He gets off the repel and the purification, and this is going to be a big turnaround. Attempted TP out, not going to happen. Well, not for Axe, at least.
Oh, Impalement Arts actually found him. Oh, he stopped his
Sumail.
TP. He got
GPK
scared.
still has the damage rune.
He's dead.
Avatos, and down goes Sumail.
I think he might have actually lived if he just kept walking.
And now the
Or
Atos.
TPing, rather.
No, GH able to get out of it. Gets the Force Staff. 3K lead for BetBoom. They spot Sumail on the high ground. Ghost leading the way. Not very scared. Spotlight comes out. Does pop the Stone Gaze as Kiritich wants to go right through
that's
it.
a
Wheel of
good
Wonder
wheel.
is applied, though, as Noob comes in with the Berserker's Call. He's getting beat down by Kiritich. GPK tossed back. They want to kill Ghost. False promises on him right now, but he is going to die nonetheless. 60 seconds. No Medusa.
They're not done yet.
I feel like BetBoom have
GH
plenty
haste.
left in the tank. GPK continuing to get these beautiful tossbacks. Has the repel on him so he can just move freely. Yeah, lead has now doubled since the last time we mentioned it. 6K. Yamich. Lasso. This would be a big kill. Noob. They got the
him.
stun lock. They got the chop. Beautifully done from NGX.
Because it seems like it's going to be such a mandatory solution to some problems later down the line, and nobody else in your team's going to buy it. Dusa will definitely not want to buy Nullifier.
BetBoom. They find Sumail. He gets X back.
Close call.
Blade Mail with the Fate's Edict applied. GPK comes to run right into Ghost, who pops the Stone Gaze. And Kiritich just going to try to fight him through it. He's already out of mana here. Wheel of Wonder placement. He's going to have to look the other way. The false promise again, but you talked about it. Not going to synergize that well, but the boat actually going to be used on top of the boxes. Kiritich is still staying alive. They do get the bear at the cost of the snake. As GPK onto the high ground, gets the Avatos onto 2 members. Still want to continue to fight here. GPK gonna get repelled. Looks like he might be dropping here. Gets the toss off though, and that is a ton of damage. And they destroy the rest of NGX. GH will eventually burn away. Gonna end up being a full team wipe in favor of BetBoom. They did lose 2 cores, so NGX.
But so will BetBoom, and this fight is
Smoke
potentially
into
game
smoke.
decided.
Yamich gets the lasso, but the Enrage already popped. And Yamich gets deleted from the face of the earth. They get a second support on top of that right off the bat. So it's a 5 versus 3.
This
Noob.
is not a good jump from
the
Noob.
box is going to save him from the Berserker's Call combo. And now NGX kind of split as they try to go for GPK. Gets off the Avalanche, though, and now Miero helping save everybody throughout this fight. Noob is dead, and the Medusa out of mana. Ghost will follow suit. Sumail in a 1 versus 5. Not even a remotely close fight as GPK kited them all the way, along with Miero's help. Full team wipe. BetBoom.
Yeah, 5 for 0 plus Roche. Yeah, tough times for Yamich.
Yep, he will drop. Does buy some components of the Ag, so I think that's SyndereN. Oh, that's Roche banner. Oh boy, that was an Oracle. No longer. Has the buyback. And now the base sieging begins. There's the last one. It's a double onto 2. The boat is there. They chop down the bear. He comes back with the Aegis. GPK is pretty damn low. They haven't really done much damage at all. Wheel of Wonder going to have very little effect. Noob will drop. And have double buyback onto NGX. As Kiritich trying to get to the other side of this wall, but he's going to get called back. Kiritich just wants to go back to the other side as GPK comes in. Avatos onto several heroes. Noob, gets false promised. Very important because he just bought back. If he can get back to base, he could live. Tidal wave onto the bear, and down goes Kiritich. Huge kill for NGX. GPK, there's no way you can get past that, my friend. So he's going to drop in addition to a successful defense for NGX. And now Kataomi next on the list. Double kill for Ghost, and all right. The Lasso setting things up. Noob finds another on the back line. Miera with the repel is going to make this a little bit more difficult, but you have to think eventually the Ringmaster drops as well. And indeed, that is the case. So a 4-4-2. Kiritich gets called.
He didn't get it off, but he gets repelled.
But the repel comes, and the double lasso again. This time it's the Omni Knight and Tony. Gets off the GA, though, as Save and company going to focus on Sumail. No, they're going to back away to base. X onto Kiritich, has to use the BKB, so full retreat from BetBoom.
40 seconds.
Going to be spotted here. GPK looking for an opening. Has a shield rune right now. There's the Avatos onto the back. The whip to follow. Down goes Yamich. Has buyback, though. Toss back from GPK. And Sumail is just going to get deleted. He does not have the buyback. The box now applied to GPK. Gets out of dodge. And now all the pressure onto Ghost. Noob comes in. Calls away the bear.
This is super awkward for Nigma Galaxy. You got to get the hell out of here, GPK.
Batrider
That's the dive. Like if he gets
GPK, another toss for the road. Die back, Yamich.
Fight, and then swap in Refresher and BKB on the second life.
Have a toss. Wheel of Wonder. He actually does look at it. And another amazing pickoff without buyback on the axe for 2 minutes.
Miero with the Hex.
Wow, Ghost. Okay, gonna frontline right now. We'll disperse her. Hex onto the bear. Kiritich, though, has a second life, of course. Doesn't want to use it so early, surely. Purification applied.
Here comes GPK.
The Shadow Blade's gonna toss back. Ghost. Not gonna use the Stone Gaze. Finding restraint here. There's the lasso. This is gonna be life number 1 for Kiritich. Aghanim Scepter now. Bear actually getting ultra aggressive. Kiritich deletes another one. That is GH. He has the refresher. Popped it for the double BKB, but now he's going to take a full boat. Sumail. Toss back onto this Medusa. Wheel of Wonder not going to have too much of an effect again, but can they actually get through the mana on the Medusa? Absolutely. Ghost drops to the deck. 90 seconds. Lasso at the ready.
Yeah, they're spread out nicely here. Look at that formation.
Oh, he's going to get abyssaled and destroyed, so no lasso likely for the rest of the game.
The spotlight
and this will certainly
found
be Megas. Yeah, that's true. Very good usage there. And this will be Megas, and...
No, they want to destroy every single building, farming up the damage points.
Noob looking for an opening with the Shadow Blade. Toss back onto the Medusa. Wheel of Wonder. Noob going to jump in with a nice call onto 2 with the Blade now, but the BKB's already activated. Kiritich just ripping right through Noob. And meanwhile, they're just going to rip right through the Snake Man, Snake Woman, whatever. Ghost will fall eventually. Just a matter of time here. And now Kiritich can clean up as GH getting run down. Triple kill for Kiritich as GGs are called. BetBoom take this 2-0. A much more competitive game for NGX, but they still falter in the end.
Yeah, definitely some highlights of this game or some positives to take away. The X Batrider lane worked very, very well for them.